Hello and welcome back to Vintage Disney here on Brian's Things That Are Cool. Today we're going to be counting down my top 10 Disney Christmas themed shorts. So get ready to have a holly jolly Disney Christmas. Here we go. Number 10. Empty Socks from 1927. This short sees Oswald the Lucky Rabbit volunteer to bring Christmas gifts to kids at an orphanage. The kids go nuts, as most kids do on Christmas Day, and Oswald has to calm them down. This short was actually lost for a number of years and only found recently when a nitrate print was found by the Norwegian National Library in 2014. This was one of the last Oswald shorts Ub Iwerks and Walt animated, as 2 months after its release, Walt had a meeting with his distributor Charles Mintz in New York City, who informed him that Universal was claiming full rights to the character of Oswald and taking Walt's animators with him. The betrayal, of course, led to the creation of Mickey. However, it was the first Christmas-related Disney short, and it was remade with Mickey for the short at number 9. Number 9. Mickey's Orphans from 1931. At Christmas time, a hooded figure leaves a basket of kittens on Mickey and Minnie's doorstep, which, given that they're mice, I'm only now realizing that's rather cruel. Anyway, the orphans wreak havoc as Mickey tries to calm them down by playing Santa. This short was nominated for an Oscar, and while it didn't win, it definitely deserved to. Its animation, energy, and music comes together to create a very enjoyable short. I especially like the quick nod to Walt's boyhood hero, Charlie Chaplin. It's a fun little short, and the beautiful Christmas-themed backgrounds makes it one to come back to every year. Number 8. This one's going to be a tie, with Santa's Workshop from 1932 and The Night Before Christmas from 1933. In Santa's Workshop, Santa and his elves prepare for their Christmas Eve sleigh ride. As the short opens, we see an elf shoveling hay for the reindeer. This sequence was animated by Art Babbitt, the creator of Goofy, who would later have a very ugly falling out with Walt. This is one of many shorts to point at as how ahead of the game Disney was in animation in the 1930s. The attention to facial features, the colors, the backgrounds, all make for a short not to be missed. Santa's Workshop features the only time Walt voiced a character that's not Mickey. That's him as the elf running off with Santa's list. Santa's secretary is voiced by Pinto Colvig, who was the voice of Goofy. Also of interest here is Santa's secretary was the inspiration for Grumpy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And keep an eye out for that hidden Mickey in Santa's toy sack. Santa's Workshop proved popular enough to have a sequel the very next year with The Night Before Christmas. In The Night Before Christmas, a narrator sings the opening lines of the Clement Clarke Moore poem while we see Santa land on the roof of a house, and we're treated to some great sight gags as the toys come to life. The wind-up Mickey trolley featured in The Night Before Christmas was a real toy, and a big seller that saved Lionel Toy Company from financial ruin. At the same time Santa's Workshop was being animated, another Christmas short, Mickey's Good Deed, was being worked on. Since the plot of Mickey's Good Deed is so close to Mickey's Orphans, consider Mickey's Good Deed honorable mention. Number 7. Toy Tinkers from 1949. Donald Duck is decorating for Christmas when Chip and Dale sneak in through his mail slot to steal his walnuts. An all-out war ensues with Donald using war toys from under his tree. Sometime in the 1940s, Donald began to be paired with troublemakers to bring out his bad temper, which results in the closest Disney ever got to the Warner Brothers style of cartoon violence, and we're all the better for it. After all, what says Christmas more than hilarious slapstick and blowing home invaders up with dynamite? Okay, maybe some people celebrate Christmas a little bit differently. Number 6. On Ice from 1935. While not directly Christmas related, this winter-themed short sees Mickey and his friends enjoying some ice skating on a frozen river. This was the first Disney short to feature the main five all together. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. On top of that, we also have the sadly underused characters of Horace Horsecollar and Clarabelle Cow. It also marks the first time we hear Goofy sing The World Owes Me a Living, a tune the Grasshopper, also voiced by Pinto Colvig, sings in Disney's The Grasshopper and the Ant. Also of note is the gag involving Pluto on ice skates. This would later serve as inspiration for the scene in Bambi where Thumper teaches Bambi how to ice skate. On Ice is chock full of great slapstick and sight gags, especially Goofy ice fishing, which is a great bit, and the winter setting is gorgeous. While it may not be set on Christmas, it certainly brings the feeling of the season. Number 5. Once Upon a Wintertime, from 1948. As I mentioned in my review of Ichabod Crane, after the Second World War, Disney made a series of films that were collections of shorts rather than a single narrative to save time and regain their income. Melody Time was one such film and featured this short, Once Upon a Wintertime. Two lovers go on a sleigh ride and are soon joined by two rabbits who are also in love. Both males try to show off but end up upsetting the females, who literally end up on thin ice, and the males have to rescue their loves. The work of Disney concept artist Mary Blair just pops in this short. The colors and shapes are as innovative as they are beautiful, and Frances Langford's singing voice lends itself perfectly to an otherwise silent short about young love. The theme and Mary Blair's interpretation of wintertime will remind you all of what's important this holiday season. Number 4. The Small One, from 1978. A young boy in Nazareth is told by his father to sell an old, small, weak donkey the boy loves. The boy takes the donkey to the market, where no one wants to buy him, except to slaughter him for his hide. Just as things seem to be at their darkest, a man offers the boy a piece of silver for the donkey that he needs to carry his pregnant wife to Bethlehem. Of course, the man is Joseph. Being the last involvement of animator Don Bluth before he left the Disney company and set off on his own, The Small One was kind of a risk for Disney. In fact, it's one of the few religious-themed movies produced by the company. But Don Bluth delivers a masterwork of emotion and storytelling that was missing in much of the post-Walt, pre-Disney Renaissance era. With its themes of love, friendship, and finding one's purpose, The Small One will put you on an emotional roller coaster that you'll be happy to have experienced. Number 3. Donald's Snow Fight, from 1942. It's snowing, so Donald decides to go sledding. After singing a few lines of Jingle Bells, he spots his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie building a snowman, which Donald demolishes. Of course, this means all-out war. Like Toy Tinkers, this is another one that sees Donald antagonized by his co-stars until he blows his top and fabulous cartoon violence takes over. By the 1940s, there was a sophistication to Disney's animation style that gave characters and objects a realistic weight and feel that made the cartoonish elements work even better. Plus, seeing Donald lose his temper is always a sight to behold, and I think we've all felt like this one time or another this time of year. Number 2. Pluto's Christmas Tree, from 1952. The tree that Mickey and Pluto chop down to bring home for Christmas is infested with rodents. Chip and Dale, to be exact. This short was directed by Jack Hanna, who was most famous for being the animation director on Woody Woodpecker. The colors are vibrant, and the effects department perfectly captured the look of lit Christmas tree bulbs. Every gag works as well, and Pluto never gets enough praise for being one of the most expressive non-speaking cartoon characters of all time. You can sense every thought that runs through his head. What better way to spend Christmas than with a faithful pet and some friends? And my number one Christmas-themed Disney short is Mickey's Christmas Carol from 1983. The plot of Mickey's Christmas Carol follows Charles Dickens' original 1843 tale of a miserable miser who learns to be a better man and honor the Christmas holiday with the help of three ghosts. However, this one includes Mickey and friends, as well as characters from many other Disney shorts and films. I'm always spotting different characters in the background. Up to the making of this film, Mickey hadn't starred in a short in over 30 years. The animation director, Bernie Mattinson, started with the Disney company in the mailroom the year that Mickey made his last short in 1953. The short marks the first performance of voice actor and sound editor Wayne Allwine as Mickey, making him the third actor to play the mouse after Jimmy McDonald and Walt himself. In 1975, the Disney company had made a record of A Christmas Carol starring Scrooge McDuck. On that record, Wilbur from Mr. Ed himself, Alan Young, provided the voice of Scrooge McDuck, which he reprises in this short. When asked if he was embarrassed to be playing a duck, Alan Young replied, "Hey, I worked in television for 5 years with a talking horse. At this point, nothing's beneath me." Young would go on to voice the character of Scrooge McDuck for the rest of his life, including, of course, DuckTales. Sadly, this film marked the last time that Clarence Nash would voice Donald. I grew up watching a VHS of this that my dad had recorded off of TV in the 80s that included earlier Christmas-themed Disney shorts, so it'll always hold a special place in my heart. For an incredibly quick running time, it's able to pack the story in well, and is able to give enough character development to have you not only feel for the characters, but actually be heartbroken when a character who only had one line dies. That's amazing storytelling ability. I watched many different versions of this tale, because it really is a great story. From Bill Murray, to George C. Scott, to Michael Caine with puppets. They're all great, but Mickey's Christmas Carol is one I will return to this Christmas and every Christmas to come. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 Disney Christmas-themed shorts. I'm Brian, and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, everybody. Come meet my special Disney friends.
We're here. We're all here.
Now only at Hardee's when you buy any sandwich, fries, and Coca-Cola. Get a Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, or Uncle Scrooge stuffed toy for only $1.99. Collect all 5. A great gift value for kids of all ages.
It's here, it's all here at Hardee's.